Sorry guys for the last 2 live streams. I actually forgot. I accidentally hit the 2 uploads on this, so we're just gonna watch Stampy today. If I can just see it. Yeah. It's hard to do.
Coming up in the future, but I just wanted to say quickly that Let's Talk is not only going to be about these really serious topics. I don't want to give the impression that this is just going to be me and Squid sitting down and talking about, you know, very serious things and, you know, trying to give advice, because it's not that, and it isn't supposed to be, you know, us knowing everything and giving advice. It's much more, you know, us talking about our experiences. And I really wanted just to do more kind of general topics. You know, I want to talk about, you know, gaming. I want to talk about, you know, why I play Minecraft on the console rather than PC, or I want to talk about, you know, what I liked and didn't like about Minecraft story mode or other games I play, or I want to talk about films and movies. So yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of different topics to hopefully add some more variety to these in the future. But for now, I guess I am talking about a pretty serious topic, and it's something that I hopefully know quite a lot about, and that is online safety. And the reason I should know a lot about it is because I spend a lot of my life on the online world, and the fact that you know who I am and you're watching this video means that there's a good chance that you're pretty similar to me. So when looking for research for this episode, I was kind of searching around, and I was on the NSPCC website, and that is a charity organisation that kind of deals with online safety, in particular for children. And I know that not everyone watching my videos or watching this video, you know, is going to be a child. I think the chances are most people are younger than me, but I know there's some of you that aren't. But I think hopefully most of the things I talk about can kind of apply to people of any age. So hopefully it's going to be relevant to all of you. So as I said, I was doing this research, I was going to these websites, and I was kind of taking notes, and I realized I looked at my notes, and it was just like a list of like rules. It was a list of like, don't do this, like don't go here, don't say that, don't click on that, you know. And I realized that a list of rules is probably the worst way to talk about online safety. So instead, I'm going to hopefully try and explain what the dangers are of online safety and kind of why these rules exist. And hopefully if you kind of understand that, you will just realize why the rules are kind of there. And I think you're more likely to actually listen to the rules and see that, you know, they're not just there to try and irritate you. So the first thing I want to talk about, which is probably the most important thing, which is why I want to talk about it first, is basically the fact that, so if you're talking to someone online, you can't always be 100% sure that the person you're talking to is the person you think you're talking to. And I don't want to scare you. I know that, I mean, being online is an amazing way to meet friends. You know, a lot of the friends I have now and, you know, hang out with in real life, you know, I've met online through YouTube and, you know, through Minecraft in particular. And so, like, I don't want to ruin, you know, how amazing the internet is, you know, for you, because it is an amazing place, you know, to meet and interact with people. But what I want you to do is to kind of just bear in mind that if you're talking to someone who you have only met online and you have never met in real life, you always got to be slightly wary that that person might not be exactly who they say they are. You know, they might be a nasty person, they might be trying to scam you. So what I would recommend is feel free to talk to people, you know, as long as you are, you know, in a safe environment. But if they start to ask strange questions, if they start, you know, asking kind of personal questions to you, I think I'd start to be a little bit wary. If you're not sure at any point, just speak to one of your parents or someone else, or, you know, if ever they make you uncomfortable and, you know, ask, you know, any information that, you know, you don't want to give, you can say no. And if they keep pestering you, you know, you can block them. You know, pretty much any website you're on or any Minecraft server, you know, you have the ability to kind of choose who you talk to and block who you don't want to talk to. So I'd say don't be scared to use that. If you block someone, don't, you know,
Stampy is true right now. Stampy is being true.
Don't think that, oh, I don't want to do it to upset them. If someone's making you uncomfortable in any way, you know, that is the reason why, you know, blocking, you know, is there. And so what I would recommend is to only try to talk to people that you know in real life. You know, if you're going to be talking about personal things. Like, if you're playing on a random Minecraft server, you know, feel free to you know, say, oh, I'm over here, you know, come help me out. You know, if you're playing Hunger Games, you can team up with people. I'm not saying don't speak to anyone, but as soon as people start, you know, asking your name, what country you're from, where you live, that is the case where you kind of want to take a step back and try and just talk about, what it is specifically you're doing, at the time. And of course, I mean, I think you've probably all been told this 100 times, don't give out any personal information, don't give out an address, don't give someone your phone number, don't give them, like your Facebook page, or, just don't give them anything like that, because a lot of the time, it might be someone that is trying to be friendly with you. It's not like, if there is, an online predator, the chances are they're not going to seem like one. They're going to be pretending to be happy and friendly to you, and so it's not always obvious, which is why I kind of say try and just always be wary. And as I say, I really don't want to be scaring you, because I don't want to ruin, any friendships you might have online, and I don't want you to be, going around always paranoid and scared, about everyone, because, it is a very small amount of people, but it is something that definitely bear in mind. And something else that's also important is that if anyone ever tries to send a file to you, no matter what they say it is, you shouldn't accept it. Unless it is someone and 100% it's you know who it is, and someone you know in real life. Even if they just say, I'm sending you a screenshot of something I built in Minecraft, you should never accept a file to download onto your computer or your tablet or whatever, just in case it's someone trying to hack you, and there are bad programs that you can download. So if you're ever not sure, I once again just ask a parent and get them to check it out. And there's programs you can run where you can kind of scan files and make sure they're okay. And something kind of similar is also to do with like buying things online. You hear a lot of horror stories about people that have been.
I'd never touch the prescription.
Playing games, and they think they're buying something inside of the game, but it turns out that they're buying things with real money. So if ever there's a case where, even if you're on a Minecraft server or playing a game, especially games on like tablets, or phones, mobile devices, make sure that if you're ever clicking to buy something, that it's only an in-game item. That's something